All right, staff, question for you. Do you have any interest in owning maybe your own in-home childcare in the future? Being your own boss? Or maybe you're interested or aspire to be a director and run a small center for yourself or for someone else, maybe a large center for Discovery Kids. Maybe you want to own a large center someday. I truly want to believe that we are creating, that we will create, if we haven't already, a great place for your apprenticeship. That's what this is about. If none of those things apply to you, then you can swipe left, right, whatever, get off this channel. I really want to encourage you, though, if you want to grow in this profession, I want to commit to you that this is a safe and great place for you to grow. So at this moment, we had an unexpected departure of an administrator, a director at our Fruita location. That position is up for hire right now. I would absolutely love to hire someone from within to fill that role. So what I want to do is a better job encouraging staff that would like to be able to prepare themselves for that kind of a role at some point, but work now. Start preparing yourself now. And if you say, well, I've just started in this profession, or I've only taken a couple of early childhood classes, that's fine. That's the start. And so I'm not saying get you ready tomorrow or next month or next year, but some of you have a lot of experience, and here's what you do to prepare yourself and to demonstrate to myself and others that you're ready for that role. Be a leader within your classroom. Be a leader within your center. Lead by example. Don't complain. Follow the rules and follow them in such a way that creates other people to want to be compliant or follow the rules also. And when I think about rules, like, sure, we have rules and policies and procedures, but take your job seriously. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Lead by example. Are you someone that your co-teachers will truly want to follow? Now, if work for you is an extension of the weekends at the bar, or this, those scenes and these scenes, and your coworkers are your best friends, and that is really important to you, then this probably isn't a role you'll be ready for anytime really soon. And that's not a bad thing, right? We want our staff to love on each other and create friendships and those kind of things. But I can tell you, one of the most challenging parts of moving from classroom to administrator is now you are in a position where you're your friend's boss, and that's tough. That's tough. Ask any administrator in our facility in the history, the toughest thing about moving from classroom to admin, and that's it. That's the challenge, is having that new balance between previous co-teachers and good friends to being the boss. And that's where, if this is something that you aspire to, as I mentioned before, then ask yourself, am I preparing myself right now for that role in the future? Am I demonstrating that role to my employer, to my director, to my co-teachers? I really hope that we will develop our staff in such a way where they realize that when a seat is vacated, that there's an opportunity for you. So I'm all about wanting to create opportunities. And even if we have a rock star director in that role that everybody loves, and you're like, oh, they're never going to leave. Well, yeah, they are. Something's going to happen in life. Maybe they have an incredible opportunity. Maybe a family member passes away across the country and they're going to take care of them. Maybe their spouse or husband gets his dream job out in Iowa, and so they're going to move out into corn country. You just never know. Life happens. So I encourage you to prepare yourself for this role. Come talk to me today. Give me a phone call, send me a Vox and say, hey, I want to talk to you more about this. Whether you think you're ready or not. Whether it's about now or whether it's about maybe in a year or in 3 years. Because there's all kinds of administrative roles that that Discovery Kids has. So real quick, kind of the layout of that is we need one primary administrator at each location that's there for the most part 5 days a week. But there's room for another administrator. Right now, Becky is our rover, and she's fantastic at that, as our backup and assistant director, helping in the kitchen, but backing up here, picking up shifts there. But also, part of her role is enrollment specialist and focusing on enrollment. So that's something that can develop. She may slide into a different role if I have somebody else that's more, maybe really embraces technology and can really help with our marketing and enrollment. And there's all kinds of opportunities within Discovery that you may not know about. So lastly, reach out to me. Let me know if that's you, or just shine like your heart out in the classroom, in the center. Maybe it's closing supervisors, what you start off with doing, and maybe then you kind of promote to opening, to the opener. Maybe you take on some part-time administrative work with us and put your and dip your feet in the water. So anyway, I just hope this is an encouraging message to some of you. I hope it resonates with a few of you, and I hope somebody reaches out to me and says, you know what, maybe I was sleeping. Maybe I just thought, I thought that person was going to be there forever. But you know, life happens with everybody. So put yourself in the position where I think of you first when that role is vacated. And I'll finish with this quick story. Almost 17 years ago, almost to the date, to the day, Kim got a call from her previous employer. She worked for Stanford Academy, a child care center out in Clifton, for I don't know, maybe a year and a half. And that's where she was when I met her, working for another center. And she was a lead teacher then. She was kind of working as an assistant director. She had a lot of assistant director responsibilities. And she demonstrated herself as a great leader and very capable individual. And when I met her, I said, well, what do you want to do, babe? She was like, I always wanted to open up my own center. And so I said, well, let's do it. So we began putting some thoughts and plans in place, and out of the blue, her phone rang from her previous employer, and they said, hey, we have an opportunity for someone to go into a center and open up their own center, and we'll support you. Meaning we'll do a lease for you, we'll do a lease option, we'll help you purchase equipment, all this, because she had done the work ahead of time. She wasn't best friends, buddy with everybody, and well, this was a different center. So, I mean, again, that's kind of hard to migrate. Okay, I'm getting off topic. Kim, she did the work. She laid the groundwork, and she demonstrated her ability to lead. People wanted to follow her, and she was capable and these kind of things. So that's why her phone rang. So what are you doing today that's going to get your phone to ring? Because we wouldn't be where we are if she hadn't put in the work. And I had put in the work in my business to be prepared to be able to run and operate this one and grow to where we have today. So anyway, that's our story. Appreciate you. See ya.